Guys, this is part two of Is Your Marriage Falling Apart and Do You Really Want to Fix It? Okay. So, part two, remember, we talked about this is not going to be everything, but this is going to give you steps to be able to go forward and fixing your marriage. Okay. So, step two is going to be making an investment in your spouse. Okay. So, what do you mean, Rachel? Well, just like when when you go to college, you invest in your career. You go, you meet the counselor. So, you might have to go meet a coach or a counselor, somebody like my husband or I, you may have, or somebody else, or you may have to go and go register for a course, right? You go to college, there's a course, and then you have to pay for it. These are all the investments that you make. Another investment you make is with your time. You sit down and you study. You're going to need to study your spouse, and then you got homework that comes along with schooling. So then you have to do the homework. Same thing with your spouse. You don't read these books. You don't took these courses. Now you have to apply. You have to take action. If you don't take action, it's never going to happen. So that's the next thing that I wanted to share with you as far as making an investment. And this is something that I think that is really, really important that most couples miss, and that is that it's so important that you find out their needs. What is it that they need? Are you fulfilling those needs? Are they a person that needs affirmation? Do they need support? Do they need gifts? What is it? So you might be, think maybe bringing her flowers, and she don't even like flowers. Gifts may not be her big thing. So why are you bringing her flowers? You got to take some time, study her, study him, and find out what it is that he or she likes. And I believe that you will be able to be more effective in being able to fix this marriage that is falling apart, right? In addition, you want to make sure that you're making your spouse a priority. It is so important that they are the priority in your life. So when my husband and I marriage was falling apart, we couldn't stand each other. We literally got on each other's nerve. Every time you turn around, it was some yelling and some screaming or something. But what we had to do was we started out by mindset changing, just the way we thought about each other. We were going to try to figure this thing out. We, read some books. The books didn't help. We still was fighting and arguing. And then we went to a counselor. The counselor helped a little bit and just kind of helped us to, be able to get what was off on our chest and be able to see from a different perspective. And from there, we started like looking at and working on ourselves again, this time, with God being the head. And going to the prayer room, we started investing. This is all about investment, guys. We started investing time in the prayer room, making our requests known to the Lord, like, God, I can't do this anymore. I need your help. I can't do it without you. But yet and still focusing on ourselves. So this is what I want to challenge you to do. I want to challenge you to figure out, what one video I gave you, and I'm not sure if I gave you a homework assignment, and that is to change your mindset. I want you to start changing the way that you think. And on this particular homework assignment, and let me back up. Changing the way you think could be very much, reading a book there. It's just something different. Like you're reading a book to help you with this mind, right? But then there is the investment part of helping you to understand your spouse. So it could be a marriage book. It could be a marriage course. It could be anything. It could be, joining our Facebook group. We have a Facebook group where we teach inside of our group. We teach marriage classes. It could be that. It can be so many different things, but it's all about investing your money, investing your time, investing your resources, right? So, this is the thing that I want you to think about before you leave this call is, how can I invest in my spouse? What is it that I can do to move the needle forward in our marriage? I'm no longer going to sit on the sidelines, realizing that the longer I wait, the longer I do nothing, the longer it's going to take, or I might not even make it. We may just end up in divorce court because I'm moving my feet too slow. So make sure that, and I don't want you to be ittery, jittery, and pushy and all that stuff, because that will push a person away too. We can talk about that stuff later. Some of the things that you want to do in order to not, feel pushy or needy or things of that nature, because that will drive a person away as well, in addition to where you're already at. So guys, if you found this video to be helpful and you'd like to book a one-on-one call, you're going to find a button below this video. I want you to go ahead and click it and schedule an appointment with either my husband or I. If you want, in the note section, you just put down, like, I want to meet with Rachel, or I want to meet with Bruce. If you're wanting to meet, like if your husband wants to meet my husband, then that would be great. And we're just going to give you some advice to kind of help you be able to get through those rough edges. Okay. So thank you very much for joining in, and we will see you on video 3. Don't forget to go over there and watch that video so we can wrap this thing up and bring it in so you guys can be like, oh, this is what we're missing.